What's up, nail fiends? Welcome back to another video. So today on my channel I am going to be sharing with you guys my review and a little bit of a demo of the Handolly silicone practice hand. So I basically heard about this brand through Facebook groups and things like that. I hadn't heard of them before, but when professional nail techs were getting asked for silicone practice hand recommendations, this one was like really popular with them. So I went looking, and she does a massive array of different style hands, from full hands to posable hands, and also kits and things like that. So that's exactly what I bought. I went ahead and got the full training kit, and I'm basically going to be sharing with you everything that you get in the kit and my thoughts on it, and we're going to be having a little play. So if that's something you guys are interested in, then just keep on watching. So guys, without further ado, diving right in with this video, and I'm first going to share with you the contents of this kit. So like I mentioned at the very start, my kit was the complete full training kit, which retailed for £140 and had everything you need to get started with your hand dolly, as well as a lot of different accessories. So first and foremost, you obviously get that little card there, and that just tells you that the hand is acetone friendly and all that different stuff. But again, if you want more information, check out Handolly's Facebook page or also their website. So then you also got 4 little trays of extra nail tips, so you have loads of them to get started. Then I also got a small selection of little nail art bits, so I got some floral water decals. I also got this purple bomb glitter, which is a really beautiful sort of purpley and pink ultra fine glitter with some chunkier purple pieces there. Really pretty. I absolutely adore it. And then also sort of sticking with the nail art theme, I also got a couple of these charms. So I got 2 of each of these. The pink one has a little flower in it, and then you have the aquamarine sort of little rhinestone on the other one. And then I also got this small selection of little e-file bits. I have actually used 2 of them. The really tiny ones at the start there, they were fabulous for cuticle work. So yeah, you will be seeing these a little bit more in some up and coming videos. Then I also got this desk clamp. So she does do 2 options. You get the desk clamp here with the extendable arm, and you also get the one with the suction cup that's more of like a desk sort of stand, which I really do prefer, so I will be adding that later on. And then also for accessories and that kind of thing, I also got this really adorable little sleeve, and this just pops on the hand to give it a more realistic look in pictures, and I picked the colour grey. And then you also get a little bangle type thing here as well. And then of course you get your hand dolly. So I got the full hand, which is posable, and it has the lock-in system for the nail tips. So again, you just have to push your little tips in there, and you could go ahead and get started without the need to glue them and things like that, which I think is a lot better and means you don't have to worry about destroying your hand dolly or anything like that, because let's face it, when you're practicing, mistakes can happen, and it's a little bit of an expensive mistake if you've gone and paid all that money for a hand only to destroy it while you're having a little nail art session. So I really like those lockable nail tips. And what I will say is there is a few slight imperfections on the back of the hand, but on the front of the hand it is absolutely perfection. The painting and whatever it is that she does to give it the more realistic skin tone is absolutely fantastic. Again, that is completely acetone proof. It's a monomer proof, so you're not going to have to worry about the paint coming off or anything like that and it coming to a more sort of like fake looking rubber. And then the last and final item that you get in the full training kit, guys, is this nail art mat. So this is basically perfect for photographs. It's got a beautiful velvet feel on one side and then a really sort of like shaggy furry type on the other. So again, I think this is going to make the beautifulest backdrop. So my loves, now that you know the full contents of the kit, let's have a really good up close look at Rachel. So like I said, with the hand dollies, they come with like a little hole in the wrist, and this is basically what you will pop into your desk stand or whatever, and it holds the hand firmly in place. So that's basically what I'm just going ahead and going to be doing here. I just wanted to show you guys what the hand was like. So like I said, the fingers are fully posable. They have a locking system, meaning that you could pull out the nail tips and push some new nail tips back in, so you don't have to worry about soaking off all of your designs, which means again that you could keep any you want. So like I did say at the start of the video, the hand is got slight imperfections on the back but nothing on the front. I could not find any fault in it whatsoever. I went ahead and did a little test here, so I just sanitized it and gave it a really good scrub to see if the paint was good quality and came off, which it didn't, as you saw there. So I've now gone ahead and popped that hand onto the desk clamp, and as you can see, it's eerily realistic. I'm not even kidding when I say this, guys. The craftsmanship that went into making this hand is absolutely impeccable. The price point is fabulous for what you actually get when you are comparing realistic practice hands to like the Red Iguana or the Poochie's nail hand, which could go right up into a few £100 easily when you're taking in shipping and things like that. This is an amazing find. I was so pleased with it. So while I was just having a little play, I decided to go ahead and film just a little bit of a demo for you guys. I wanted to do some autumn nails, and I thought, what perfect opportunity to do so than use my new hand dolly. So I basically am now just going ahead and prepping the nail by rounding off the tips and buffing the surface of the nail, and then I'm going in with Glitter Planet's pre-pinched stiletto tips using my gripper glue from CJP, and I'm going to be applying these to all of the nails, and as you can see, zero issues whatsoever. They applied like a dream. They blended in absolutely flawlessly, and I was so freaking in love with how this turned out. So I just went in like I would with a regular person or even with myself. I'm going in with a thin clear base of acrylic. Again, I am using the CJP system for the start of this video, so I am going in with their crystal glass, I believe it's called, and I'm going to do this to all of the nails. And then of course, once I had gone ahead and allowed all of that to set, I like to go in with my hand file and just basically refine the surface of those nails, get them all nice and even, so I have a really smooth blank canvas to start building my design on. And now, lovelies, we are moving on with the nail design. I'm starting right here with the middle finger. This one is going to be a French tip nail. So I'm first beginning doing my nail bed. As you can see, I have done an elongated nail bed. I have brought that quite far down, and I am using a birthday suit here from CJP. I am in absolute love with this colour. It's one of those colours that I think would go perfectly with everyone. It is so beautiful. So I'm using this anyway to do the nail bed area for this. So I'm going in with a few beads, just basically making sure I have a flush cuticle area, and then I have risen up the sidewall, so I have something to butt my glitters and things up against later on. So you do want to remember just to try and get the shape as well as you possibly can, but never really fret, because you could always file it back into shape later on. So yeah, I'm finishing off here with that bead just at the bottom of that nail tip, again working on those sidewalls to try and get the shape as even as I possibly can. And then now onto the pinky. I am going in with, once again, CJP's birthday suit, and I'm just doing a really nice thin coat of this to the top of the cuticle area, and then I'm going to go ahead and feather that colour down slightly. So on this nail, this one is going to be basically a glass tip nail with some gold glitters. So I did just want to use that CJP birthday suit just to cover where the basically the nail tip is, so where your actual and natural nail would be poking through. And then on the tip of that nail, I'm going in with broken gold from Glitterbels, and I'm just feathering that gold flakes up into where I put that birthday suit. So basically I have a little bit of an ombre going on, but I want to also make sure that I don't take that broken gold up too far. Then moving on with the ring finger, so this one is going to be my leopard print nail. So I basically just wanted a thin coat of this creme brulee, and this one is also by Glitterbels. So I'm doing a really thin coat of this on the whole entire nail. So you could basically just see here that I am trying my hardest to keep it as thin as possible, because I am going to be doing a little bit of encapsulating on this nail, so I do not want it to be overly chunky. Then moving on to that pointer nail, I am going to be doing a colour block nail for this one. So I first started by using another powder by Glitterbels. This is called Snow Sparkle, and you guys may remember it from my haul or either my swatching video. But this one is a white acrylic powder with a little hint of a gold sparkle running through it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So basically what I'm doing with this is just creating the centre point of my nail. So I'm just doing a line of this going right down that nail, trying my hardest to keep it as neat as I possibly can. But again, I am not fretting too much because I am going to go in and hand file and things like that later on, and then I left that one to set. And then before I went ahead and filed the nails, before I move on to the nail art and such, I wanted to go ahead and just encapsulate that pinky nail, because like I say, it does have a glitter on it. So I just wanted to make sure that the glitter was protected before I filed and all of that good stuff. So I'm going in now with Crystal Glass by CJP, and I'm just going to go ahead and encapsulate all of that broken gold. And then it's at this point, once I had completely finished encapsulating that nail, I do go ahead and take my hand file and just buff and file and shape those nails. So I will file that little sort of colour block stripe that I created. I will also file and shape my nail bed area, and then I will do the same with the pinky, so those nails are ready for the next step in the application. And it just means if I keep on top of all of the filing and things like that, then the nail design doesn't like get overwhelming for me. So yeah, I do my filing off camera, so on the next sort of clip of this, they are already filed and I just go in with the nail art. Then my next step is to move back onto that ring finger, and I'm taking creme brulee again, and this one I am using just to butt right up against that white line that I've created. You want to make sure that you have enough acrylic powder here that it is in line with the line that you've created, if that makes any sense. So when you go in to file later on, it just reveals a really nice smooth nail. So that's just what I'm going to do on both sides here. So now guys, we are moving back on to that ring finger, and the glitter that I'm using today is a little dotty mix that I got from A&A Glitter. I cannot off the top of my head remember what the actual name is, but as always I will leave everything down below. But back onto the nails, I am first going in with a broken gold again, and I'm using this to basically form around my nail bed area. So I'm pushing this right up into those side walls, but I am not dragging it down onto the tip. I'm going to use the glitter that I mentioned previously to do that. So as you saw here, I went completely out of focus, so you guys completely missed it anyway. So I just cut it out of the video, but I basically just used really wet small beads of clear acrylic to apply these little dots, and they come in yellow, they also come in bronze, red, brown, and I thought they were absolutely perfect for some autumn nails. I've had them for a while now, and I think this is the first time I've actually used them. They are gorgeous. So yeah, I am basically filling in the whole tip with that, and then I will allow those to set, and now I'm going back in with Crystal Glass again just to fully encapsulate that French tip nail. Now back onto the filing, guys. I have switched over to my e-file and I'm just basically using a carbide bit to remove that excess acrylic from the ring finger, also to debulk the French tip nail and also file and buff everything into shape. This is just basically laziness on my part. You can most definitely do it with a hand file. I just find it takes less time with my e-file, so that's basically what I'm going to do here on all of those nails. So now that I have the bulk of my acrylic all applied to the nail, I am now going to start working on the nail art for the ring finger. So like I said at the start of my video, I'm going to be doing a sort of leopard print design here. So I'm going in with Red Light District, also from Glitterbels, and I'm applying this to the basically where like the leopard spots sort of would be. So I'm doing irregular shapes, different sizes, basically making each one sort of different, and I'm going to do different little patches right down this whole nail. And again, when I'm happy with the shape, I just flatten them out, and this is going to make it so much easier for when I come in to encapsulate later on. So it's basically like a 3D flat sort of work, if that makes any sense. And then once I got finished with the leopard spots, I then went in with some chunky glitter pieces that I got from eBay. These are basically like little leopard print shapes. So I'm using these with some CJP gripper glue. I'm just applying the glue, a little dollop of that onto the nail, and then I'm just applying those little glitter pieces on that. And that's just basically going in between where I put those little leopard spots for some extra dimension. Then with Glitterbels Carbon Black, I believe this one's called, I'm going ahead and using my little 3D brush here just to create some shadows going around my little leopard spots here. And this is where the point where my camera completely cut off and I lost some of the footage, but I basically did this on all of those little spots. Then once again we are jumping back on to that ring finger. I'm again using that gripper glue and the same little sort of leopard print pieces of glitter. I actually think the store I got these from was called Cutie Pieces. I love their glitter mixes, so I will leave that link down below for you guys as well. But I'm basically just adding these right down that white stripe. Then, because I thought that there was a little bit too much space in between each of those little leopard spots, I went in with some black gel paint and I added some really tiny little dots right down that whole stripe, again just to add a little bit more dimension and fill in that nail. Then I went ahead and popped that nail into my LED light for a full cure, which is 60 seconds, and this gel is non-tacky, so you could just continue on with the rest of your design. So I went in with some berry coloured striping tape to line basically the white stripe, and again I thought that just tied in with the rest of the nails, brought that nail in with the rest of the design, and I really liked how it turned out. But I had such a freaking hellish time trying to get this striping tape to stick. Please tell me I'm not the only one that absolutely hates working with striping tape. It is a freaking nightmare. But anyway, once again guys, back to the nails. I am just going to go ahead and use that clear acrylic powder again and just fully encapsulate all of my artwork. And as you can see here, I'm just making sure that I'm going in with wet beads of acrylic, and this just helps get into all those little nooks and crannies and basically covers the whole entire nail. It helps the acrylic just surround the whole entire design, because obviously they are a little bit risen off the nail. You want to make sure that everything is smooth and flush before you go into file, and that way you don't have to worry about filing off your nail design. And then of course guys, off camera, I just go ahead and file, buff and shape my nails, and this is what they look like once everything has been applied. So I have not showed the thumb because it's just exactly the same as the pinky, so I just basically did a glitter tip with that as well. And then I'm now going in with the Nail Mates Glossy Top Coat. This is a no wipe top coat, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to all of the nails and then fully cure that for 60 seconds. And then when those nails came out of the light, I just went ahead and added some bling to the middle finger using the Autumn pack from Bluestreak crystals, which went with this design absolutely fabulously. So you guys could go ahead and use my code for 5% off your order. It is PB5, and I will go ahead and leave that link down below for you as well. So guys, to finish off today's video, I just want to leave you with my final thoughts on the Handolly Silicone Practice Hand. So I will go ahead and say, you guys know that I have not had the best of luck when it came to silicone practice hands, but this one has absolutely changed my mind. It is a game changer for me. Not only is it superior quality, it is made fantastically, and it really does everything that I need it to do. The fact that it's posable and things like that is just an added bonus. It is a beautiful colour. I love the paintwork on it, and I really think it is a very great product. If I would recommend this to you guys, I would highly do so. It is an amazing product, and I'm positive you would not be disappointed with it. So my loves, that has us reached the end of today's video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick review and tutorial on this little autumn set that I did here on my Handolly. I absolutely loved filming this video for you guys. I loved how the set turned out. I loved using the hand, and I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as always, if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't already, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell to be updated anytime I upload a new video. And as always, to my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.